Hello and welcome to What Culture Gaming. I'm Josh, as always, joined by the nicest man in video games, Scott Tilford.
Hello, I think that name goes to Greg Miller, but don't worry about it.
Nicest man?
He'll be coming calling.
He's
the coolest dude in video games.
See.
Doesn't even matter. We've got
Doesn't
PS5
matter.
things to talk about.
What?
There's news, mate.
Come on then, fill me in on the news. What's happening with
Well,
PS5?
I've got to be honest. If you dial this back down to the source, it's not going to hold up in court.
Right.
But everybody's going to be jumping on this anyway because Hajime Tabata, who's the director of Final Fantasy 15, was basically being interviewed in the official Xbox mag, and he talked about the future of the industry. And because it's him, you have to assume that he's had some sort of insight into the way things are going. And he said that the PS5, or the next generation of consoles, will be a streaming-based service, and that you might not even need to own the console. And that it would follow the same way that the film industry and the music industry's gone, and it'll be a subscription-based thing, and everything will stream in, and all that jazz.
Well, this fits in with reports of the Google Yeti. That was going to be a
the
streaming
Yeti,
system. But
if you say.
What's the likelihood of this being PS4, PS5, and Xbox 2?
Well, that's the thing, because you look at what Microsoft are doing right now, and obviously we've done a video on the Game Pass before, and it's like, yeah, they're putting a lot of money and a lot of R&D and whatever into creating this. I mean, okay, Xbox isn't a streaming service, but this big archive of titles, and PlayStation have been there before with the PS Now. I don't know, I think the audience dictates. I mean, digital sales are like outpacing physical by a demonstrable number, even if we don't want to admit it. And I'm a huge sucker for like a collector's edition or whatever, but kind of can't deny the progress of it. So, I don't know, I mean, do you feel you've bought more games digitally than physical?
I don't really buy games digitally unless there's like a good sale on like the digital-only games.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that's where the industry's going towards digital future, I'd say. I think that's not contentious. Really.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
It's what Microsoft were predicting 5 years ago now.
Well, that was what they tried to do with the Xbox One, like in the whole DRM thing, and it was like, well, but they didn't go enough with it. Like, it was this weird half step, and their sort of way of not peeing off the physical lovers was to have this DRM licensing thing, and you can still trade your games in, and obviously it blew up in their face and whatever. But I mean, yeah, the core tenets of an all streaming gaming service are. I mean, you have to let us know what you think in the comments. I can see the positives for it. I just like physical media.
There's a big difference, though, between digital streaming and digital purchases.
Yes.
And I can see a digital future where we can buy things and brick-and-mortar stores aren't what they used to be, but a full streaming future. I don't know, man, because PS4 and Sony did such a good job and they were so successful by going back to basics and being like, this is a gaming machine, you can play your discs on it. There you go, and it won the generation at the moment.
One of the things that I've always because obviously the 360 was running so high last gen, and then Sony just came in and Microsoft messed up, and they were like, hey, we're not doing that. Here's this viral video as to how you share a game on the PS4, and they just had so much momentum and they got ahead and whatever. But the way that you communicate this, like, I mean, I don't know, it depends. Is the world ready for a full, to embrace the medium of video games in a digital manner, like in a fully, even not full streaming, like you said, if it was just data and you just download the files like how they've done Xbox. Sony potentially can't do that because of their deals with Gaikai. But I don't know. I mean, they have enough money. They can buy themselves out of it if they don't want to go down the streaming route.
This is the thing for me. We talked about this in the Google video. I think the future will eventually turn out to be the industry will go towards streaming as music has, as movies are starting to. I think it's still too early, even with PS5 around the corner. That's a couple of years away. I can't see the audience jumping on board. It needs to be tested first. PlayStation Now hasn't been a success. I think the PlayStation 5 will be focused on digital purchases.
Yes.
We'll have a platform where you can stream, but it won't be the main selling point. I think the main selling point will still be it's a games machine. You buy games or download them and play them.
I think the way to communicate it, I mean, that's the thing. One of the most tantalizing things about the Xbox Pass is that you pay one monthly fee and you get everything. All their new stuff is right there. And it's like a similar mentality. It's like, a new album's out, I'll check Spotify or whatever. And it's like, like some new game comes out and it's right there and it's already part of your thing. And I don't know, I mean, I guess the assumption would be that more people would pay a monthly fee en masse than they currently pay $60 or whatever it is for a one-off.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell that affects things like DLC and
That's
everything.
A good point. It's a very good point. How does that work?
Well, I mean, the entire industry would have to restructure itself if this is the way that they go, because all the revenue models change and things like microtransactions, they'd be on top of the base game.
Yeah.
But it's like everyone has access to that base game. Well, does that mean the developers put less effort into the base game, the free version that everyone's going to get?
This is the thing. 'Cause I mean, a lot of games nowadays have free-to-play elements in them, but they're obviously not free-to-play.
No.
And it's a lucrative business making someone pay $60 for a game and then having microtransactions on top. So would this model, do you think, be a monthly subscription and you have access to all the games, or it's just I'm going to buy this, I can stream it, download it.
Well, I would. It depends. I mean, if this is the way we're gonna go, I think they would tier it. So you'd get they'd either tier it by like 1 month, 3 month, 5, whatever, or it'll be tiered by they could do tier by genre, or they could do like I mean the way Sky used to do their like channel packs, like it was like, do you want the action pack or the family pack or whatever, and they could go down that route. Fundamentally, it blows up the foundations of the industry, and we'll have to see how it goes. But in terms of a first like opening salvo of information. Potentially, we're about to shift into the way that Microsoft wanted the Xbox to go back in 2013. But whether it'll actually catch on this time, we'll have to see based on consumer feedback. But anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below. I've been Scott from WhatCulture.com.
I've been Josh from WhatCulture.com.
And we'll catch you soon.